Hi, people of the world that watch internet videos that have to do with cars. Welcome to this, my 1990 Honda CRX Si Restoration Series, which will soon be powered by this legendary Honda B16A SIR2 spec engine. If you missed out in the previous video, I was in the process of test fitting the engine into the car. Since that video, some more parts have come in for the car, and depressing fact, the contents of this box cost 1/5 the price of what I paid for the car. If you are new here or you missed out in the previous video, up above my head is either a link to that video to get you caught up, or it could be a step-by-step guide to weaving underpants from used TV guide pages.
第6幕最初のスタート
This is the knuckle assembly off a 90 to 91 Civic EX sedan, which came from the factory with a larger 10.2-inch front rotor. This is the knuckle assembly off of my 89 CRX Si. You can already see some notable differences in the construction. Now, viewing it from the other side, the main difference you'll notice is the hub on the CRX is a lot smaller. There's not much meat on the outside of the stud, whereas the Civic EX sedan, there's quite a bit of extra meat right here. This came with some caliper brackets, which I don't need, but it's kind of neat that I have them. Both of which utilize a 38mm wheel bearing, and the track width is exactly the same between the two vehicles up front. The Brontosaurus neck portions measure to be the exact same, so that way caster, camber, and all the alignment specs don't change either. However, both do share the same spacing for a caliper to bolt up to. Now that that's said, let's see if we can make this engine run. I don't want to get my new harness all dirty. Don't know where that stuff goes. I don't remember. It's been a while. Are all cables different on these cars? I think it might be. A lot of this I'm doing off memory, but there's also little tiny labels stealthily hidden on there. Well, that's gonna be an issue. Different style speed sensor between the two vehicles. O2. Come on, you fucknut. I am confused. These are identical. They are the correct plugs, but they just don't want to go together. Whilst I got a little bit of Test Fit Tuesday going on, it's actually not Tuesday. This is a very long package, but it's not heavy. Keep in mind, everything I'm doing at this stage of the restoration is ensuring stuff actually fits and bolts together before I make it pretty. Yeah. This is good. So where I could have potential clearance issues and why I got this is when running a header. As you can see, it currently has the factory exhaust manifold installed. Okay, I want to use factory hardware because that's how I roll. Just want to start zinking everything. I can't wait to do that part. That's gonna be fun. In addition to this piece giving me more clearance up front, it's also a suspension upgrade, but I'm gonna get to that in another video. I mean, it hits the radiator mount a little bit, not really that bad though. I feel like it does give a little layer of protection for the oil pan since it's sitting physically lower from the dropped mount. And I gotta admit, that's pretty sick right there. It's a structural lift point to jack up the front of the car from. But you can see there's quite a bit more room now for a header to clear. And there's a provision to run a factory torque damper if I need. But let's be honest, this is a B16. I think squirrels make more torque when they're having sex than this engine does. Integra throttle cable. I completely forgot I ordered this. It does use a different one. You're probably starting to notice a reoccurring theme of I'm using parts from a bunch of different Hondas. That's so crazy. Everything just lines up between the B and the D series. Check that out. Genuine new old stock Honda. Oh, it says thank you. That's sweet. Man, I don't want to open this and install it on a dirty car. This needs to get stripped to bare metal and painted first. Yeah, the CRX throttle kind of works. Kind of. So super easy problem solved. The creator of this new harness, Monotech, gave me an extra one of these guys, and I got a brand new one in the new harness. Now I should plug together. Yeah, there we go. As for this guy down here, there you go. Don't need that anymore. A little bit of contact cleaner. Functioning clutch cable. Hello people of the tomorrow, welcome to the today. Need some ass. This thing never has enough ass. That's what he said. Makes most sense to remove this stuff from the car because the next video I work on this, I'm gonna start stripping the paint off things and redoing it. Oh shit balls, I forgot about the brake. Get to the chopper. There we go. There. Well, that ball joint's actually still good. These bushings don't feel bad. Why would they put a nut in the backside of that? That just does not seem Honda-ish. Nothing has been that ignorant so far. I gotta find a way to redo the olive drab zinc. I don't know if the camera will really show it, but this is not a black zinc finish. It is like an olive drab green that Japanese car companies did a lot in the 80s and 90s. I think it's like cadmium, maybe? I don't know. On past projects, I've taken hardware to a zinc plater to have it redone, but due to popular request, I think I'm gonna actually try to do it all myself on this project. These are actually in really nice shape. I bet they'll just clean up. Since this engine is likely not ran for a very long time, it would be dumb to just pour oil in it and try to start it. I think the best way to do this is to pressure bleed it. So how do I hook up? Knock sensor, plugged in. Oh yeah, that's a critical piece of infrastructure I disconnected. There's no harmonic balancer or crank pulley. In this box right here, who made this box lid? This is a new upgraded harmonic balancer crank pulley, which you'll notice has only 2 positions for belts. There is provision for an extra power steering pulley that you can add on the front, but I don't need it because CRX has manual steering rack. Also, none of these parts are sponsored. Well, I see the key down in there. I really hope that corrosion is make-believe, because maybe if I magnetically charge this. Sorry, the brake caliper's in your way. Do I have to take the timing belt off to do this? Yeah, I'm a moron. The keyway is in the old one. There's 2 keys, one for each pulley. A minimum of 9 bolts must be installed, Loctite, and torqued correctly. It's like kinda going on. I need a rubber mallet. Hi, sorry I put the camera in a bad spot. Speaking of putting things in a bad spot, I also zip tied my brake caliper directly in front of where I was trying to work, and rather than just simply cutting the zip tie and moving it, alright, zip tie, you can eat a ham sandwich. I think I'm gonna put the old one on, that way I don't scratch this one up. That's why I built the Celica the way I did with all the pretty stuff first, because a lot of this just feels nonsensical to me to do it twice. But, ow, my thumb! I'll keep the original one on just for the test start. It's close to the frame rail, but it don't hit. Yeah, about that alternator clearance on the frame rail, you can see the pulley right there. It is definitely touching the frame rail. So this has got to come back out before I can start the car. Or I could just loosen the alternator because I don't need that at all for a test start. I can just right out of the way. So. You know, it just dawned on me, I haven't made a playlist on Spotify for this car's soundtrack yet. 24 mil. Yep, I can get a fitting on there. Perfect. I have the fitting on it that I need. So this right here might look like a keg for robots to have party time, but it is actually a reservoir to hold engine oil to pressure fill an engine with oil. You know what I don't have? Is engine oil. It's kind of important if I'm gonna pressure bleed the engine. There's an old nubbin of a hose stuck to this. That's super crazy. Literally the coolant hoses, I don't know what camera to look at. There's too many of them. I don't know. Sometimes it's easier to just shut up and work. So I'm just gonna do that. There we go. Brown spot. That was the last connector, I think, for the ECU connected. Oh, in case you're wondering, I made a dyno appointment for the Celica, so that's coming up very soon. Oh, this is a different style line for the B series. That's probably gonna leak. It's a day later, and I now have some oil. Don't worry about who makes it. Advertising isn't free. Ook. Of course it's on super tight. Why didn't I take this off when I had the engine out? Ah, got it. Oh, I thought that was a Honda filter. Oh, it's made in Japan though. Weird. I got a new genuine filter. It's made in USA. I didn't expect that. Now, some of you are probably wondering what my plans are with this engine, whether I'm gonna do full forged internals, high compression, cammed. You know, a thought crossed my mind, but I don't know. No matter what, it's not gonna be as fast as a base model Tesla. So it's kind of like, do I really need to do all that? Oh, shiza. I forgot I got 30 weight break-in oil for the Celica in here still. This might be the dumbest thing I've done in a long time. Oh wait, now I can just tip it upside down. Please don't tear. There's gotta be a smarter way to do this. I don't know why I didn't think about this before. I'll just use its intended purpose to purge whatever's in there and drain. I don't know if that was the smartest thing I could have done. Shit. Sounds like a jet. Over here flying training sorties. Still kind of pinkish. I don't understand how there's that much break-in oil in here. I'm gonna stick a fitting into the same port that the oil pressure sensor goes into and feed it that way. I think that's the hole. That'd really suck if that was a bolt hole. Definitely want to make sure I don't stick it in the wrong hole, he said. Pretty sure it's the same thread. Yeah, it's the same thread. It'd be a sad Sarah if that was different thread. I just need to get all the galleys and bearings and nooks and crannies that have been dry for who knows how long, and then I can pour the rest in the normal way. 50 PSI is probably good. Hopefully there's no oil leaks, because I'm about to find out the hard way. Can I hear it? Yeah, I can hear it. That's how you know it's working. This thing's gotta be getting close to empty. Is it gonna run out of air or oil first? There we go. Hey. We got some oil in the engine. Pretty sure the fill plug on the gearbox is in an inaccessible place. Great. Why is the fucking plug so tight? Are you serious? I can't get a socket in there, so I gotta use a cheater bar. Cheater bar. Well, I don't like that noise. Don't do anything. Oop, I'm making a mess. Hey, look at that. We're good to go. Oh, I didn't fucking think this out very well. I think the ECU is up under the passenger side. Oh, look at all that gold zinc. This carpet is actually black. It's like gray. I'm so sad that it's got a tear in it. I don't like modifying the interior that much. I want to keep it original. Yep, there's the ECU. Dude, this thing is heavy. Danger to manifold. All right, there's the ECU. This was made December 22nd of '89. I got an early 90 model MK Ultra being used on all of us right now. ECU. This ECU box is a lot smaller. Hey, it is about the same size, a little bit smaller. Adapter harness. Normally this is the point in a video where someone would insert an ad to try to make money to fund this type of stuff. But instead, I'm just gonna let you know, I made a playlist for you guys, a music playlist on Spotify. I don't get anything out of this whatsoever other than the pure enjoyment of sharing a mixtape with you guys. So if you would like part 1 of 2 mixtape for the CRX project, it's available on my Spotify account. But if you would like to help support this channel, you can take one of these furry little creeps home. They're available on my website, sarahntuned.com. There's more to it than I just thought. OBD0 to OBD1 conversion instructions. Oh, that's it. That's easy. It's just telling me how to read check engine lights. All I gotta do now is plug these guys in to the new ECU, and I'm ready to roll. Oh, that's gonna go through the firewall. I'm presuming for VTEC, and I gotta find a hole. I don't want to tear anything up either. I don't think that's a firewall pass through. That's where it needs to go through though. Well, it's a dead spider corpse. That's gross. I guess a corpse is already dead, huh? That has got to go through the firewall. I think this is for VTEC, I think. Okay, that should work. See that light right there? That's a flashlight. That has nothing to do with what I was actually gonna tell you. Ow! That was my head wrapping off the edge of the door frame. There we go. Easy peasy. That's it. I got a plugged in ECU. We can ops check. I'm pretty sure all systems are go for first start. Yeah, something like that. And just like that, there's one more day in this video. I needed to give myself a little bit more time for first start. I didn't want to do it at the end of the day and rush. So, all right, applying power. So we'll tap. Absolutely nothing. I mean, that could be a good sign. Let's see if I have any power anywhere. Turn the key a click. We got the beep beep beep. Check engine light is going nuts. Fuel pump prime. Oh, I heard fuel leak. Oh yeah, squirted everywhere. Yeah, I think this is just the wrong banjo for this fuel filter. Well, that sucks. I have no parts to fix that. You can see it's soaked with fuel all the way up here by the injectors. Shout out to Brian at Hasport for the knowledge on this, but apparently I need to use the CRXs. I just peed all over myself. Hopefully this just comes off without trouble. There we go. There's an O-ring there. It's a really nice factory fuel rail. Oh, those lower ones are bad. The upper ones don't look bad at all. That is so old and deteriorated. I bet you it doesn't even make it over the top. Nope, look at that, it just snaps. Hopefully this O-ring works. It's pretty much the same size. I mean, it feels kind of tight. Let's hope this is enough just to make it seal for a start. I didn't hear my fuel pump prime. There we go. Oh. That kind of sounded like a leak, I don't know. So I had a leak at the fuel pressure regulator, which thankfully was just a missing hose clamp. Round 3, I got a hose clamp on the return, tight. I swapped out a crush washer. We'll see. I wonder why it takes so long to prime. No leak there. I think we're leak free. I do not see fuel leak anywhere. Just in case, fire extinguisher from the Celica. Here it goes. It's cranking. Oh. I gotta see if I got spark. Those plugs are soaked in either oil or fuel. That just wiped off really quick, so it's definitely just fuel that's on there, which makes a lot of sense. It's not starting and I'm cranking it, so it means I'm not getting any spark. I bet you I know what it is. I bet you it's a stupid problem. Probably pretty important if I want to have a spark. I'm not saying this was it, but I'm saying that it's kind of a dumb thing to forget to do. Just for the hell of it, I'll add some extra grounds. I'm pretty sure the ECU gets its ground by the thermostat housing, but I bolted it down to the floor just in case it grounds through the chassis of the car through the housing of the ECU. I doubt it does. It runs! It runs! It runs! It idles nice and smooth. Mission success. I got a healthy, clean running engine. And with that piece of knowledge and that task out of the way, that means I can actually start this restoration now and strip it down, make everything perfect and clean and pretty and start installing all the parts I've been hiding from you. And yeah, the fun part now can finally begin. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video, probably on the Celica. Bye.